much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. There on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Saints.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun is Eason. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler.
Jackson.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. J.J. Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Saints 10, Bears nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Marcus Davenport. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike 47. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Go. Go. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go. 47 is the mic, boy. 47.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Eason. It's brought in by Harris. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down, here's Eason. He gets it complete to Harris. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And the Saints.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Coverage on the play by
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Michael Thomas. Touchdown.
Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Breida. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 17-0 our score after one.
The score, Saints 17, Bears nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Now a give to Breida. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Check, 47.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. First and 10, Eason. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter. Oh, now Breida loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. The big fella. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30.
His kick is good. Makes the score Saints 30, Bears nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Get in the right room. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They run with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Chapter 11. Panther 11. Prisoner.
Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I go.
Breida, he'll try the right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
36 to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Jackson from the shotgun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Watch 36 to Mike. So we got man.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Drop deep, drop deep. Check.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Watch 36. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On first down, Jacob Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. 1:50 left to go in the 2nd quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike 36.
to throw again. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Eason off the play fake. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Eason is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He was brought down by Akeem Hicks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Eason looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. He's tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
24-yard line.
From the 24, Jackson. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
1st and 10.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That's complete right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. J.J. Taylor. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Saints 37, Bears 6.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Eason. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Second and 9.
60 Bison. All day, punk. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Too little, Captain. Shift. Bronco 80.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, every day, any day. Let's go.
Now Jackson on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Demetrius Harris. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Here we go, D. Watch
To throw is Jackson. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you tape, watch you learn, can't relate. Watch you skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red, green, red, tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eason on 2nd down. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, Eason brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, it's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Here it goes.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ball at the 24 at a 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really...
And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you're permanent.
2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle, a huge man, hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
4th down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Give coming right is Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by D.J. Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He gets it to Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Michael Thomas
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect.
And the Saints 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go, D. Check, check. Lucky.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
Today's final score, Saints 46.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.